Look, the most critical lesson is to listen to your customer. And if you go to the history of food pricing and food experience at sport and entertainment or movie theaters or the like, it was treated as a person as a captive audience. You came in and you're required to spend a lot of money for questionable quality of food and questionable speed of service, and because they could. And that is not who Arthur Blank is. At the time when we were building the stadium, in a combination of people leaving a major event and only talking about how their food prices were cheap and how that resonated with them, and Arthur being in a venue that did treat him as a captive person or audience, it was very clear to Arthur that we need to make this part of the fan experience. Coming to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our motto is welcome home. And I would hope that you don't invite people into your home and then all of a sudden try to say, hey, I got you here. That beer that you want out of my fridge is really expensive. In fact, I'm sure in a traditional manner, you would just say, you're my guest. Well, what can I get you? So as close to you're my guest, what can I get you as we can be is where we have been. We have at times actually only lowered our prices and not raised our prices when it comes to our fan-friendly items. And it is an unequivocal for us when we bring in all these major events. We'll have the 28 Super Bowl, 2031 Final Four, we'll have FIFA World Cup, Club World Championship on the line. Our food pricing will remain unchanged. If you can create millions of satisfied guests, they will become super advocates for our offering, for Mercedes-Benz Stadium, for Atlanta Falcons, for Atlanta United, for anything that comes through the doors of Mercedes-Benz. And then that's where the business we're in is advocacy. So it's been outstanding. It also, the profitability is there and transference is there. If you chose our fan-friendly items, a family of four, including 2 beers, can get a full meal for under $30. So what ends up happening is now if you have others that you care about with you, then all of a sudden the kit, the jersey, the merchandise, the other things become more attainable. The macro irony of the whole thing is most of the time people actually leave spending more than they plan to spend, but their satisfaction is much higher. We have been number one in the NFL 2 years ago, and we were within decimal points of being number one last year in total fan satisfaction, and we expect to be number one in this coming year. In doing so, treating food and beverage, which is staple to your experience, as a part of the fan experience, ultimately shows the fans that we care. And when you care and feel cared, you feel valued, then additionally, they can, I would say, transfer, I'll go back to that term, some of that value to those with them. And so they walk out those doors and someone's got the kit, the hat, the scarf, the jersey, and the memory, and they don't feel gouged, you win. And so we've been very blessed to win since opening the doors of Mercedes-Benz Stadium.